All right, guys, we are back to the action here. We've got a fantastic doubles matchup in men's Open Pro here. You've got a special guest sitting to my left right here. I want to introduce everybody to Irina Tereshchenko. What's up, Irina?
Hi, everybody.
So Irina's going to be joining me for this commentary right here. And have you played against all four of these gentlemen in mixed doubles before?
I've only played against Kyle and Tyler Loong. They're fantastic competitors. We should expect a lot of trick shots from both of them. And then we'll see what the big guys do.
That's awesome. We're going to take a quick second and let Byron introduce the players because it's kind of loud when he's doing that. And when Byron says old guy, he's 48, but when he plays, boy, he plays like he's 28. It's amazing to watch him run around. Yeah, Byron said he's older, so he's allowed to get away with that. All right, the local bull, Kyle Yates here.
And the beast, the big man himself, Mr. Lica.
He actually said Eden. I think we should start correcting people. It's actually Eden Lica, and I want to say an apology to Eden because this whole time I've known him, I've been saying it incorrectly. But he's too nice to correct people. He just lets them say it. So.
Well, I think he plays a little bit more on the tour. He's a great guy. I had a chance to talk to him off the court a few times, former professional tennis player. So I think we're going to see him more and more at tournaments.
Yes, absolutely. You know, he's a fellow sponsored Monarch player, and he is just a phenomenal athlete. You know, his focus is in singles. That's his specialty because he comes from that tennis background. But he's really, really embracing doubles now, and he's trying to learn and grow in the doubles realm. And I think once he really does grasp it and get it, he's going to be a force to be reckoned with. And we're going to see if he's able to hang here with the big boys. And this is no slacker game here. I mean, all four of these guys are absolute monsters on the court. And this should be really interesting. Here we go.
Absolutely. I think coming from tennis, doubles and mixed doubles is the longest learning curve in pickleball. Singles comes naturally, so we'll see how Eden does.
So Eden actually looked for early Ernie right there in that point, and then it got reversed on him, and Tyler, who's known for shooting to those Ernies very fast, was able to hit that ball and put it away.
Very sneaky.
Very sneaky, Tyler Loong. Now, Rick Witsken's quite a character. He makes a lot of funny noises and sounds on the court. It's just part of his character, part of his personality. The fans really love him because he really shows his emotions on his sleeve. Wow, actually, that was impressive. I think that ball came off Kyle's paddle, if I'm not mistaken, clipped the net, and then actually hit Tyler's paddle as well. Great shot by Rick there down the middle. Caught Kyle and Eden off guard just a little. So do you find it interesting at all? I mean, they started the game with Kyle on the right side of Eden, and Eden starting on the left side. Is that maybe a strategy? Or?
I think what I know from Kyle, he likes to play straight up unless maybe the situation dictates that they put a stack together, but he likes to just play and follow the game.
Good deal.
So we're going to see them change positions as the game goes.
I'm curious to see, too, once a point scored for Team West, if they stack with the lefty and the righty on this side. You know, Tyler's quite an animal. He can cover the court side to side by himself, actually. So I'll be interested to see if they're stacking or not. What's your guess on that? You think they'll stack, being the lefty and righty right there?
Yeah, I think they're going to stay in a stacking position. Pretty much every match I've seen Tyler Loong play, he's been playing on the deuce side of the court.
Awesome. Wow, it seemed like Rick was ready for that exchange. He was on top of every one of those balls and able to put it away at Kyle's feet.
And if you guys notice, players are adding two-handed swinging volleys to their arsenal. Pretty effective shot.
That was the next question I had for you was I noticed during your match with Christine that you still pretty much utilize a one hand, but I have seen you rip two hands as well. So you kind of have like a combination of both. Is that right? You don't just focus on one in particular?
Usually off the bounce, I'm more likely to go one-handed, but out of the air, I use a combination of two-handed swinging volleys and one-handed, kind of like Kyle just hit right now.
Absolutely. Also, people that may be watching for the first time and maybe are new to pickleball, you came from a huge tennis background. You played at Texas Tech, is that right?
Correct. Red Raiders, baby.
Red Raiders, go Red Raiders. We got some good discipline here, some soft dinking back and forth. Rick able to speed that ball up below the net and put a little pressure on Eden right there during that exchange. All right, so we are seeing some stacking from Rick and Tyler as Irina suggested. I think the crowd's loving these firefights right now.
When you're playing big guys, tall guys, strong guys, I think it's a good strategy to try to go at them and maybe engage them in a reflex volley battle. And I think that's what we're seeing right now. Everybody knows Kyle has pretty quick hands, so they're going to try to pick on Eden a little bit.
Yeah, and it's not, and we talk about this a lot on the live stream. You know, at this level, it's not that there's a stronger or a weaker necessarily. It's sometimes just about knowing where you can maybe find a little weak spot during that actual game. And it may not be for the whole day. It may just be for that game where the other team can figure out something that maybe unlocks some success and you continue to kind of hammer that through that game. One thing I've noticed with you guys as the pros, you guys are great about adapting on the fly as the game kind of unfolds. So like you'll see kind of like a chess match. It's like one of you guys will make a move and then it's countered, and then what I like to see is there another counter off of that? So that's the kind of high-level play that you really, when you start to get around the game enough, you really start to see those little nuances playing out through a match. Is that fair to say?
Absolutely. If you're not winning, change your strategy. If you're winning, keep it.
I like it. I like it. If you're winning, keep doing what's working.
Side out. 2-3-1.
We've got just over 14 minutes left in this match, and it's a very close game at 3-2 right now. No team wants to give up any ground. Again, Irina, I mean, we're kind of laughing a little because, I mean, that's what Rick does. I mean, he wears his emotions on his sleeve. He's not afraid to be a little loud and boisterous with it, but the fans seem to love it.
Yes, very animated. There are a couple of players like that on the men's tour as well. Jeff Warnick, of course, and then on the women's side, Simone Jardim.
What is the signature move from Jeff Warnick? I can't remember right now. Do you know what he does? He says something. It's a phrase he says when he gets a big point. I think he says, come on, or is that right?
At least that.
There's maybe more, too, that we don't hear sometimes. But, yeah, it's like I think I've heard him do, like, come on. All right, so Kyle speeding that ball up right there against Tyler may not be the best strategy, only because Tyler does such a good job of redirecting that ball towards Eden, and it's very difficult. I'm a player in pickleball as well, and I know it's when you're not the one starting the firefight, it can be difficult to catch that ball off the redirect that's angled at you. So look at that get by Tyler. Oh, Rick tried to stab it. Oh, yeah, sorry about that, Irina. Go ahead.
Yeah, Tyler has showed incredible patience. He might be a little bit isolated in this game, but every time the ball comes to him, he is ready.
Absolutely. Yeah, and again, I mean, it's not that Rick's a weaker player. It's just that, Tyler's such a solid player on the court. He's a guy who's very athletic. He's going to make a lot of phenomenal plays. And when you put the ball on his paddle, I mean, he's going to make something happen. Look at that drop shot right there by him off that volley. Do you feel like he rushed that a little bit? Is that why he hit it wide there?
I think he closed his eyes way too early.
I love it.
Second server.
A little bit of momentum change for Kyle and Eden.
Absolutely. 5-5-2 here. Man, that's just the tough. What's that feel like when you get into that rally and then it hits that net cord and then kind of jumps? I mean, it's hard to play that ball, isn't it?
5-5-1.
Yeah, you have to be ready, but I think this is one of Tyler Loong's signature plays. He shows that the middle is open, and he shifts quite a bit to the right. So you dink, dink, and dink with him, then you speed up to the middle, but guess what? He is there.
He's able to put it away with that left hand, like as he just did right there. Wow, what impressive play right there by Kyle Yates. I think he set that whole thing up. To me, it looked like he planned that whole thing.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So you have two players on the court right now who use deception really well. They would try to change the pace and rhythm of the ball, try to hit some lookaways, and then Kyle just showed you exactly that. And then you have two players who play incredibly steady and very, very simple tennis kind of style technique.
Incredible. What a fun point to watch right there. Irina, we're coming up on the 10-minute mark, so after this point, Byron Fresno is going to ask the players to switch sides. Well, maybe that was a misreturn, maybe after this one. Okay, I was staying corrected. He actually did. So when it gets close to the 10-minute, they go ahead and just ask the players to switch. All it is because we have a timed format here. It's a 20-minute running clock. It doesn't stop during a timeout, so the clock's going to be hot unless there's a medical timeout. That clock is constantly burning. The rest of the match is going to be played out from the opposite end of where they started, and we've got a very low-scoring game here at 6-5. So
Might be the lowest score at halftime of the whole tournament.
As far as I'm concerned, I think it is. I can't remember a game, doubles match, where it's been 6-5 at the halfway point. But I got a feeling as this game progresses and we get down to the wire, we're going to see some more aggressive play by both sides. Right on cue, actually. Thank you, guys. That made me look really good right there. I appreciate that.
5-6-2.
All right, so Team East down 1 point here with the second serve. Ooh, little home court roll right there. The Florida boys, Kyle Yates, able to get that ball to roll over.
6-6-2.
That could prove to be a big point since this game has been very close from start to finish here. That's great movement right there by Tyler. He was able to put that ball soft, but also over to the left foot of Eddy and Lica there.
Wow, great coverage of the middle. If you guys notice, as Kyle returns, Eden was pretty much standing directly in the middle of the court, baiting them down the line.
And he's about 6'5", 240 pounds, and he has got a nasty topspin roll when he gets a hold of that ball.
7-6-2.
A slight advantage now back to Team West. We're coming just about the 8-minute mark. I have to feel like I have not played in this format. I've only been commentating, Irina, but I have to feel like when the time starts winding down and you're on the losing side, when it's getting about 3 minutes or so, you start to feel this sense of urgency to start, pushing a little more. And through the course of the 3 days, we've noticed that there's been some unforced errors that typically may not have actually happened if there was no time clock. So talk about what that's like to have that time against you when you're losing, and how you may have to rush a little.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what Christine and I tried to do in our previous doubles match. We were down by 3 or 4 points at the 2-minute mark. So our plan was try to roll the third ball, but once we get to the kitchen, try to speed up the game. Unfortunately, we got a little bit unlucky, and the girls played really well, and they took it away from us. But I think players will definitely try to push their foot on the gas and become a little bit more aggressive, trying to catch up.
Absolutely. And also what we've noticed is that really patient, conservative players that typically would want to out-dink somebody or outlast somebody in patience, it doesn't lend to that style, this kind of format, because if they don't gain control at that point early in the game and then maintain that lead, then they fall behind, and it's not in their nature to start aggressively speeding that ball up, initiating contact with that. So, I mean, you see the more aggressive players like yourself, Michelle, Lindsay Newman even has a lot of offensive power. That's who kind of does well in these type of formats. It's good.
Well, I think in tennis you have different surfaces, and professional tennis players, or junior tennis players, they have to adjust the game based on the surface they play. In pickleball, there's a similar tendency depending on the ball you play and depending whether you're playing indoor, outdoor, and the conditions of the weather. Plus, in this case, we have the clock. Players have to adjust their style of play, so maybe their A game is not as beneficial in the current conditions. So it's very cool to see if players can figure out and have a plan B or possibly a plan C. I'm a huge fan of that.
Absolutely, me too. I'm a huge fan of that as well. And players can grow out of this kind of experience. I mean, this is definitely not your typical format in pickleball. So, for example, some of these games that we've seen played out where you feel a little rushed at the end. At the U.S. Open next week, that won't be the case because there's no time clock. So it's interesting to see it, and I actually like the idea with this too because it's a little change up from the norm. You guys play so much pickleball over the course of a 365 day year that this is actually a good break probably.
Absolutely, and indoor conditions make a difference, and the ball makes a difference. So you have players of different styles succeeding in these conditions versus when we go to US Open and play outside with a regular durable.
Absolutely. And do you have any problem adjusting to, like, say, the Franklin X40 indoor initially, or is it just you just do what you got to do and make your adjustments quickly?
I think I'm kind of prepared to be able to change my game a little bit and come in with maybe a little bit more patience playing with the Franklin ball because it's not as easy to put away.
I agree.
But I am definitely expecting to make changes as
Absolutely.
I go.
Yeah, it seems like the Dura plays a little faster. And the Franklin, I noticed that the drives aren't quite as fast coming across the net as the Dura ball is a lot of times. And it does make for good rallies, though, for the viewers. The ball plays really well. It stays round, and it doesn't get those lumps sometimes that the Duras will. The Dura's a fantastic ball for the pros. I think the pros love that ball. Well, you can talk on why you guys love it. I mean, talk to us why the majority of the pros like that Dura ball.
I think maybe because pro players, they have different shots and different spins in their arsenal, so the Dura ball absorbs and takes on the spins a lot more than the Franklin ball. So maybe that's why pros enjoy that a little bit better. And
that would make sense. All right, back to the action here. We've just got about 3.5 minutes left in this match. It looks like Kyle and Eden are down 14-7, so the gap has increased. Now it becomes a little interesting because they're not just fighting against the other team now, they're fighting against the clock as well. So that's the dynamic that we keep referring to. Oh, Kyle able to lay off that right there. How difficult is that when that volley exchange is getting fired around to lay off of that shot right there?
Takes discipline.
Man, he's seen that once or twice, it looks like. They've got to have this sense of urgency now. They've got to create some opportunities early in these points to try to get the ball back here. That's a good reset there. That's a great reset, actually, by Rick. Eden fired that ball right at Rick's feet, and he was able to lift that ball back up, over, and into the kitchen. Yeah, that's tough right there. I mean, Rick can drive that ball really effective, and it dips right over the net, and Kyle is kind of forced to change the paddle angle, and you make sure that ball goes over, and then there is Tyler Loong ready to put that ball away with his left hand. So.
Yeah, that was an excellent matchup of skills between Rick and Tyler. He
Absolutely.
definitely put Tyler in the position to sneak in there and make an explosive poach.
Yeah, and talk about, the way the game's changing a little bit about, it used to be preached, third shot drop, and the drive was considered maybe a negative or a bad thing, but it seems like the game's changing just slightly.
Absolutely. You might have a different extreme that people choosing to drive the ball more often. I like to see a combination of those shots, possibly also using a third shot, which is a roll, kind of a hybrid between those two shots, and trying to make good decisions based on your position or the scouting report of your opponents.
Absolutely. All right, we're down close to a minute left in this match. It looks like mathematically this game's over as far as the numbers are concerned, but they're still competing because, number one, there's fans here that want to see good play. Number two, they are competing for cash prize. And number three, this is a team event, so they're going to battle till the clock hits 0.
I think we can also expect some trick shots right now.
Absolutely. Oh, wow, what was that we just saw by Tyler? What did he do there? It looked like he flicked it and then came back.
It was way too fast for me to see what happened.
Do you want to did you want to go hit a few with Tyson? Is that what he was asking there?
We will go after this.
Okay. All right, here we go. We're down to about 25 seconds. All right, let's see if there's any sick tricks that get played out right here by these guys. 15 seconds. Look at Kyle still playing to the crowd, Irina. All right, I guess they're going to call that. Irina, thank you so much for your time. You're a lovely, lovely lady. I appreciate you taking some time out with me to do the commentary. I look forward to seeing you at the U.S. Open.
Thank you very much for having me. It was a pleasure. See you guys at the Open.
Have a great night. And Irina is... All right, guys, we're live here. We're going to wing this right here. Rick's partner is actually getting a water break, it looks like. Rick, that was a great showing by you guys right there. A lot of fast exchanges, firefights, if you will. Talk to us about the excitement of that game and what the crowd enjoyed about that.
The reality is Tyler and I never played before until yesterday, and truth be told, we've indicated we kind of want to play with each other in a few tournaments, and I think that our styles mesh pretty well, and at the end of the day, we both have pretty quick hands. I like to drive, keep it low. He likes to crash, so I think that kind of helped us out.
Yeah, absolutely. We actually saw that play out on one of your thirds. You drove it really well. It dipped right over the net. Kyle was kind of forced to change his paddle angle, and because Tyler's left-handed, that ball came up just a little, and Tyler was able to put that ball away. It looked very smooth, very effective, and I actually look forward to seeing you guys in the future on the court, man. That was good stuff.
Tyler has a great wingspan, and I'm blessed with wingspan too, but Tyler being able to be so quick and jump and do the earnings, I think there's a lot of complexities if people play us. So hopefully I'll get to play with him again sometime.
It's good stuff. All right, we got Kyle Yates and Eddy Lica joining us real quick. Kyle, come on with that pizza, man. It's all good, bro. It's been a long day. Kyle's wanting to get a little food in his stomach. Guys, we appreciate you taking time. I know it's been a long 3 days. You guys came out on the bottom half of that game there, but it was very entertaining for the fans. I love the fact that you guys were entertaining at the end there. I think you turned around and said something. That's important, guys. Having competitive games but also having fun is what we look forward to.
Well, yeah, we're just going to compete to the end. We ran out of time, obviously, but we're just going to keep fighting the whole way. It was close for a while. We felt very comfortable, but Tyler got hot with some of those poaches. Rick was I was trying to return to Tyler a bunch. Anytime we returned to Rick, he was just hammering it. We couldn't get that volley down, and Tyler was just poaching, and lights out. The guy's fast, man.
Absolutely. Eden, talk to us about the strategy. You guys early were doing really well. Close game. They did distance themselves a little bit, but I thought you guys played well even down the stretch.
First, I would like to say thanks to Kyle that he played, with me. I mean, in front of his fans. I did do a pretty good job because, doubles is not my game yet. I learned from these guys. I'm at the beginning. So once again, thanks for playing with me, Kyle. We had a good strategy. I think I played pretty well for my level because I'm not a very good doubles player at this point. It was a decent match, not more than that, unfortunately for today.
I like it, guys. Great competition, great fun. Enjoyed it. Thanks for your time.
Hey guys, I'm Pete.
I'm Mac with Pickleball Global here in the beautiful sunshiny state of Florida in Bonita Springs.
And we want to just thank you for watching the Pickleball Global Challenge Cup powered by Pickleball Global software. Pickleball Global is a league and tournament creation platform for individuals, coaches, teams, clubs, and community organizations around the country and around the world.
Yeah, and we're proud to be the software provider of the Indian Open, the Thailand Open, and now this week the Netherlands Open.
We run large-scale events all over the country and all over the world. And if you want to run a league or tournament in your community, you can reach out to us at info@pickleball.global. Check out the pickleball.global site or give us a call at 239-301-2141.
Yeah, we look forward to working with you. Call us soon and we'll set it up.
Thank you.
What do I need to be a champion? Power. Speed. And the right paddle. For me, it's the Bantam EXL by Paddletek.
The Eddy and Webby show is the place to be.
Oh, wow, Eddie, you are not going to believe this, but we just got a message from Pickleball Global, and they're saying we can do a commercial talking about Eddy and Webby.
Nice, man. What are some of the things we're going to talk about?
Well, we could probably talk about how we do live podcasts featuring some of the top names in pickleball.
Yeah, we've had guests like Kyle Yates, Simone and Chad, Ben Johns, and Cassandra Gerke, to name a few.
Or how about the videos that we do documenting our pickleball adventures?
We can't forget about our original music videos and pickleball song parodies.
Oh, absolutely. So all you have to do is go to the Eddy and Webby YouTube channel and smash that subscribe button and click on the little bell icon, and you'll be notified anytime that we upload new content. Oh, yeah.
Nice. Well, on that note, I'm Eddy.
And until next time, this is Webby, not Eddy, signing off.
See ya.
Hey guys, I'm Pete.
I'm Mac with Pickleball Global here in the beautiful sunshiny state of Florida in Bonita Springs.
And we want to just thank you for watching the Pickleball Global Challenge Cup powered by Pickleball Global software. Pickleball Global is a league and tournament creation platform for individuals, coaches, teams, clubs, and community organizations around the country and around the world.
Yeah, and we're proud to be the software provider of the Indian Open, the Thailand Open, and now this week the Netherlands Open.
We run large-scale events all over the country and all over the world. And if you want to run a league or tournament in your community, you can reach out to us at info@pickleball.global. Check out the pickleball.global site or give us a call at 239-301-2141.
Yeah, we look forward to working with you.